let's bring it to the present day, because I know you've been talking about Biden. We can talk about Secretary of State Blinken, who, again, is a very different figure in that role. How would you compare very different situations today, but what are the lessons of Kissinger that you think apply to the current context?
Well, Kissinger, I think, could look at the world with a cold eye. Yes, he understood American idealism, the way that our history was shaped in a way no other country's history was shaped. And but the problem with this crowd today is they refuse to recognize the realities of the world today, and therefore shape foreign policy, come up with a strategy. Now, you don't have to be a Kissinger to come up with a strategy. After World War II, people wondered, would the U.S. go back into isolationism as it did in the 1930s? But the foreign policy is reshaped. One of the secretaries of state at the time, Dean Acheson, entitled his memoirs, At the Creation. A whole new role for America was created in those years. But there was a strategy, can be summed up in one word: containment. And it worked over a 40-year period. But again, back then, the U.S. took cognizance of very changed circumstances and adjusted effectively to it. You compare how the West reacted after the big victory in World War I, threw it all away, led to an even more devastating war that nearly destroyed civilization, with what we did after World War II. For all the mistakes, we largely got it right. And the question today is, after the Cold War, are we doing post-World War I or post-World War II? And so far, this crowd is making avoidable mistakes that I think people are going to look back on after that great victory in the Cold War. How did you throw it away and put us in the position we're in today?
I think that's very true.